Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? I am going to be doing a tempo plastic comparison because I have not found really the video I was looking for on YouTube on comparing these four plastics that I have here on stability wise on kind of how they all stack up. So I'm at like a nice little short little course here in Willard, Missouri. We're gonna be throwing these puppies. Hole one is 255 feet. We're gonna start with this Proton Soft one first. Out here in the snow. Beautiful day actually, believe it or not, no wind. I do not have my Bluetooth microphone, so this is all iPhone audio. So there may not be as much talking just because I want the audio to be as decent as possible. So we're gonna start off with this Proton Soft one. Then we'll go with the Eclipse Tempo. These two I both currently bag right now. This one I've not thrown yet. This is the R2 Neutron. Beautiful, beautiful disc. And then I've got the new Jeremy Colling Proton Particle Glow plastic, which is a mouthful. So put those back in order. And we're gonna see, what I would like to find is my straight, pretty much dead straight with a little bit of finish at the end, which is this disc. The Eclipse plastic typically with MVP is always a little bit more stable. This disc particularly flies similar to my Get Freaky Zone I bagged last season. So those are the two I bagged. I'm really curious to see how this R2 Neutron and the new Proton Particle Glow plastic is going to stack up. So let's get started. Hole one's 255, just down there, kind of in that between the trees. So make sure I got these back in order like I said I was going to. That looks good. I just hung it low. You can really see how straight that Proton Soft one is, though. It is really a really nice disc. That may go in the basket. It almost flash chains. Okay. That was the Eclipse Tempo. We're gonna try this R2 Neutron one next. That one seems to fly very, very close to my Eclipse one. This right here is for old Jeremy. We're gonna get some forehands today with this puppy in honor of him, but first throw with this disc. And I absolutely pulled it. That's unfortunate. Go ahead and put this puppy real quick. First putt of the day. All right, we got the tee pad cleared off. Hole two is 240, so another great shot for this tempo. This is actually a hole that I normally throw my Proton Soft one on. My towel is already absolutely drenched, but we're still gonna give it our best. So we'll go same order. Proton Soft, Eclipse, R2 Neutron, and the Jeremy Colling. Before I forget to mention, this was picked up from Ozark Mountain Discs. I believe they still have a few of these left. Code DR10 will save you 10% on one of these puppies. You can pick one up and get it shipped to your door. I'm really liking this. This already seems like it's flying like my Proton Soft one. It just looks cooler. All right, here we go. Proton Soft. I'm gonna hang these basically right on the right side boulder there and hope that they kind of drift towards the basket. A little short, kind of threw it nose up. Eclipse plastic, same shot. A little bit better. That is parked again. That Eclipse plastic just, that I've noticed, tends to have a little bit more bite at the end of it. We're gonna go R2 Neutron. See, that really nose up. Kind of throwing these all nose up a little bit. All right, Particle Glow. Try and dry this puppy off a little bit. Ended up pulling that one too. Well, after looking for about 20 minutes, I had to go back and look at the footage and find that Particle Glow one. So Eclipse one, Circle one, Proton Soft one, Circle one, Neutron, Circle one, Jeremy, Big Germ, Tempo, just outside of Circle. I'm gonna put these real quick. We're on to hole 3. You know, I was trying not to beat myself up about putting with these, but truth is I don't putt with them. And you guys are here to see the flight of them, not my performance. So I'm trying to make them perform how I'm used to them performing. So hole 3, nice little 280, 288, just right down there on the edge of that hill. I actually have a cleared off tee pad and some dry discs, so no excuses. We're gonna go same order. Eclipse Tempo, still 1 under, and then all the rest are still even. So came up just a tad bit short, not bad. That one kind of caught a little bit of wind in there. Backside of the hill. I go R2 Neutron. That R2 Neutron actually flies really straight, almost straighter than my Proton Soft one. We're gonna give Big Germ a run here and see how he holds up in this little bit of left and right wind. Nice looking shot. Big Germ just got the park job. Not park job, but made it to Circle 1. I'm just glad I threw it good. All right, putt these 4, I think. The Eclipse one actually did sneak into Circle 1, and Big Germ did R2 Neutron and Proton Soft just short. So, last hole, everybody got par. Not really showing much putting with these because it sucks, but we are up onto our first forehand hole here. And what better way to do that than just do a little baby flex forehand. Try and dry these guys off as much as I can. So this is a 133-foot shot. Nice little touchy flex forehand, right up the gut. Try to get you guys positioned so you can see the basket. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but I'm gonna show it no matter what. So I actually almost split the gap between that V tree up there. Got the flex out. I put a little too much sauce on it. All right. Eclipse one. If I could just miss that tree up there, I could park these. That one just slipped off my finger, unfortunately. I've got plenty other good forehand holes. This one's not the best, but we're trying. Those are just slipping right off my fingers, unfortunately. Just gonna show my approaches because I'm a little ways away. Bigger tempo, I believe the furthest one out. A little forehand flip with this one. Yeah. All right. Took a pour on each of those. I need to start chalking some of these up because it's just so wet and slippery out here. But I'm having fun. I'm trying to showcase the flight of these. What I found so far is I feel like the Neutron is the least stable. My R2 Neutron, I shouldn't say Neutron, R2 Neutron. Then I feel like my Proton Soft one's pretty straight but stable with a little finish. And then I feel like it's the big Germ Tempo, probably because it's brand new. And then my Eclipse Tempo is still the most stable. So this hole's 240. And this is another hole I typically throw my tempo on. So Proton Soft. Hopefully you can see the basket. I kind of zoomed in on the basket, so hopefully that makes it harder. Everything is just so bright out here right now. Little short, but good. Little short. Can anybody relate when they have so many layers on and they're trying to play disc golf, just nothing goes as far as you want it to. All right, Eclipse Tempo. Come on, we're due for a park job here. A little further. Yeah, that's actually probably about the same. R2 Neutron. If this flips up, or shouldn't flip, if this gets a little bit of turn, it may actually be better. Let's see. It did turn a bit, but yeah, that thing is very straight. I know I'm also pulling over on these a little bit with me slipping and trying to actually hold on to the disc, but that thing is very, very straight. More straight than I expected it, really. All right, big Germ, come on, baby. That looks really nice. Big Germ just parked it. Well, I'm walking up here right now, and that big Germ Tempo just came up just behind the daggum basket. We've got Proton Soft here, Tempo, or sorry, Eclipse Tempo, Big Germ, Neutron is over there in the edge of the grass. What a sweet ace, yeah. All right, this one is another shorty. Does it have it up here? It doesn't. I'd say it's probably like another between 120, 130. Now T-sign's not up here either, but I'm gonna do another little gentle forehand flex. Currently we have Proton Soft one even, Eclipse 1 under, R2 even, and Big Germ Particle Glow Tempo 1 under. So Eclipse and Particle Glow are tied. Do a little stand still, gentle little forehand. Basically just went dead straight. Kind of missed my line. All right, Eclipse Tempo. Try and get this puppy right up the middle. Dead straight 2. All right. I cannot believe how straight this R2 Neutron is. R2 Neutron. is very, very straight. See if I can actually get my line correct here. And I flipped it over a little bit. Didn't roll it, but basically went exactly where my Proton Soft one is. Big germ. You're going right up the middle, baby. Miss. On this basket, let me check the feet on this one because I have it on. It says it's 162. Honestly, it feels quite a bit shorter than that. And we still have a tie ball game between Big Germ Tempo and the Eclipse Tempo. Both birdied that last hole, aka I made my putt, but don't be going off my putts because they stink with this tempo. Trying to get a good review as far as plastics go for forehand and backhand. Still standing on R2 Neutron being the straightest, then my Proton Soft. I feel like that R2 Neutron has a slight bit of turn to it on my backhand and forehand. Proton Soft is straight. Particle Glow is a little bit more stable, and my Eclipse one being the most stable still. So, do a little forehand here, hopefully maybe a little ace run. Little too inside. Go Eclipse Tempo. Oh, a little too inside as well. I'm trying so hard to keep my accuracy and get these things dried off as much as I can, but I'm in trouble. All right. Ideally, from what I've said, the R2 Neutron should be a great disc for this hole, with it not having as much finish and a little bit of turn. Let's see. Would not be surprised if this puppy gets parked. Almost went in. Almost went in. All right. That was so close, it's not even funny. All right, Particle Glow, Big Germ Tempo, here we go. I overturned it. Dead. Bonus content, little hyzer flip up forehand with the range here. Old boy, the Eclipse one. That flew really, really nice. All right. Total Eclipse range was a little bit of a ace run. R2 Neutron was parked. Oh. All right, R2 Neutron snagged a birdie on that, so it is now 1 under. I did get another birdie with this Eclipse Tempo, so that is 3 under. Big Germ's 2 under. R2 Neutron's 1 under, and my baby, my Proton Soft one, is still even. I've just, honestly, I don't think I've been drying it off enough, unfortunately. But hopefully you guys are kind of seeing the flights of these. I'm sure on these little shorter holes they look practically the same, but it's something different. So this hole is 165. Hopefully you guys can see that basket kind of just straight ahead. Perfect little gentle forehand. So we'll go Particle Soft, Proton Soft, parked. We're gonna go Eclipse, a little too high and slipped off my hand, as you can see by the flutter. Still close though with how short the hole is. R2 Neutron, that's maybe the new baby, I don't know. And I threw it too high. I was terrible. I jinxed it. All right, big germ for the win. Come on, let's flash some chains here. Threw it too low. Oh, but she slid. All right, Proton soft. First birdie of the day, sad to say, but she was parked. Big germ. Bad forehand on my part, but got a nice little slide up into circle one. Good bird. High up the eclipse one. Let's see if we can get this putt to land with the eclipse tempo. This is kind of a hard one to film, but that basket is basically right on the other side of this group of trees in the middle. It's 185 feet. Another perfect shot. I'm trying to decide if I want to go forehand or backhand. I think I'm going to go backhand. It's a little bit more open, and I've done some forehand holes. So score report: R2 Neutron took a par, Eclipse took a par, Big Germ took a birdie. So that is now 3 under for both the Eclipse one and Big Germ Tempo, and then the Proton Soft one is now tied with the R2 Neutron at 1 under. So backhand on some slight hyzer to try and beat around that tree there on the right. So we'll see what we can do. It's not at all what I wanted to do. It actually slipped from my hand and went in the skinniest gap possible. Try and dry this one off a little bit better. All right, try and hit this other big gap here. That is parked and I slid. I slipped, but the disc slid. Okay. We'll go R2 Neutron. Same shot. A little too inside. You know what I think it is? I think that plastic, the R2 Neutron, is the least grippiest out here out of the 3. And it's slipping out of my hand. I think it flies really good and close to everything else, but I think it's more so me in these conditions than it is that plastic. All right, Big Germ, come on, right up the gut. Miss. That should be parked. All right, Eclipse one's parked. Big Germ second, still edge of circle one. Proton Soft just out. Went ahead and pitched up for par for the Neutron here because it was so far out. All right. I forgot to mention, but I am skipping around because there is some longer holes out here, but we've got this hole and I think 2 more and we'll call it done. Score report after that: Big Germ got the birdie. So did the Eclipse Tempo. They're both 4 under. Proton Soft and the Neutron are still 1 under. So really liking this Big Germ Tempo. I like the plastic feel. Nice and grippy. Not as soft as my Proton Soft, but more, just throw it flat right at the basket, because this is a great hole just to see how the flights are at these discs. So we're just going to go same order. Proton Soft. I'm going to find the edge of this tee pad. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go flat right at it. I'm actually gonna move you guys over a smidge. All right. Came up really short on that. Story of my life today. Normally I overshoot this hole, but you got to see how straight that was. There's pretty much no wind out here. And that thing pretty much just went dead straight. Next we got the Eclipse Tempo. Again, we'll throw it flat and right at the basket. I was able to get that one out there a little further, and you can kind of see that one just starts to have a little bit more bite at the end, which is why I like having the Proton soft one in my bag for how straight it is, and then that Eclipse Tempo. So next we're going to go R2 Neutron. I've got this thing as dried off as I can to keep it from slipping. Flat release and see the flight. Turn. Wow. I will say there was some wind that picked up there, but that thing started, it just kind of held a nice little turn there. Next we've got Big Germ Tempo here. See if we can't park this hole. I should be able to park this hole, no problem. Put some juice on her. Yeah, I mean, what more could you ask for? All right, we are on our last hole. I ended up skipping the second to last one because it was just not really a shot that I thought. It worked out better in my head, and when I stepped the tee pad through these, it just didn't work out. So this is our last hole. It's a 195 forehand shot. Basically straight up the fairway here and tucked over to the right a decent little bit. Pretty good shot for this. So we're gonna see if Big Germ can get the tie up here and if I can throw a good forehand. So let's see here. Probably gonna put some hyzer on all of these just to try and get them to get over there. That basically just went like 100 feet in front of me. It was the line I wanted, just not very far. Grabbed the wrong one. All right. I think this is the reason I've always liked the Eclipse Tempo a little bit, because it's got the straight to forward push that all of these other tempos have, but with just a tad bit more bite at the end, a little bit more finish. Not as much, like I said, as a zone, but it's right where I kind of want it to be. And for this shot here, it really ideally should be perfect if I can throw it right. I hit a tree and threw it just a tad bit high, but that is the line I wanted. That random limb there in the middle, that was basically the perfect shot. All right, Big Germ, see if you can get the circle and park out here. That was terrible. That was terrible. But hey, you never know, we made birdie. All right. Went ahead and pitched up for par for the R2 Neutron and Jeremy and Big Germ Tempo. This is for birdie for Proton Soft. Let's talk about these tempos. So Eclipse one, I still the most stable. Then it's probably going to be the Big Germ Particle Glow tempo. Then probably my Proton Soft, and then my R2 Neutron. I don't know, this thing actually really surprised me today. It had just a little bit of, if I threw it flat, it would just turn a little bit. And if I put hyzer on it, it would flip up and just pretty much go dead straight. So very, very interesting. I don't know if that's just the R2 recycled plastic or if that's just how the Neutron is. It's the only Neutron I've thrown. But really, really like the Big Germ Tempo. I think it's going to end up making the bag. And I may or may not replace it with my Eclipse one. I'm still kind of deciding. But definitely give the Tempo a try. Hopefully this video helps you out as far as all the plastics, the different plastics go, and trying to decide. So like I said, I bag a couple. Being that Proton Soft one, the thing is just pretty much dead straight. It's money. So have a good one. Like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing the giveaway. I'm going to be doing the giveaway soon because we cleared 200 subscribers. When we hit 225 subs, I'm going to be doing another giveaway. And basically going to be doing you can pick through my stash that I have, or you can get a gift card to Ozark Mountain Discs, who's my store sponsor, for your choice of disc. So, and I will cover shipping costs to have that shipped out. So have a good one, guys.